Hi Flosstube, it's Deb from Koala Designs. Today is the 11th of December and this is Flosstube number 35. I've been out today, so I've not long been home. It's late afternoon and I thought if I don't get this Flosstube done, I'll never get it done. And I was speaking to my friend Chrissy Stitches today. I said, look, I've got to do a Flosstube this afternoon when I get home. I said, because, you know, it was due on Monday. When I looked, it was due like 2 weeks ago. So I'm really sorry. Life has been hectic. I know I say that all the time. But now leading up to Christmas, it's really been full on. And I have been stitching, but a lot on Frog Cottage stuff. So I will show you. I don't see the point of not showing you. Why hide it? And I have been doing a little bit of my whips and everything. But I have decided I'm going to be strong and get back into a routine next year. And I don't know what I'm going to do, but I will be doing something. Nicole from Blackbird Designs has like a bingo thing. Do 4 hours or 4,000 stitches on one of your whips, or do something. I'm not sure, but they're only a week at a time, and I think that's manageable. If I just allocate one of those and do that, I should be okay. It's nearly Christmas, and I still haven't finished my mum's Come Into My Garden on by Blackbird Designs. I noticed when I did charted my own thing for her name, I actually did her married name, and then I thought, oh, hold on, it should be her maiden name. So lucky I hadn't started the alphabet thing, so I'll have to redraft it. So it's here in my book to remind me to do. So as soon as I do that, I will allocate and get back to 25 minutes a day on that. But what's been happening? Kids, I suppose. Kids in school. We only have next week, and my kids only go 3 days a week, so they've only got like 2 days left of school. So, and then it's school holidays for 6 weeks. But anyway, we'll deal with that when we get to it. I have lots to show. I have a lot of haul. I finally put together my 3-tier tray. And I'll show you what I've done. I haven't finished it, but I have little bits and pieces on it, and I think it's cute. So I'll show you that and the little bit of stitching I've done. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've come back, you're a subscriber and you've come back, hi. Sorry I've left it so late. Always good to see you though. And yeah, I'll get straight into showing you some whips. Would help if it's open. Okay, I had to go through my planner to see what I actually worked on to actually pull out. So I'll just see. The first one is, I do have the chart, but it's a bit glary here today. So the first one is Coffee Quaker by Heartstring Sampler. So I pulled that out. Now let me see what I've done. Oh yes, as always, had to frog. So this caramel corn, which doesn't show very well then, but it does. I had to unpick this part here because this part here, because when I started, this is because I stitch in hand, and when I'm finished, I just shove it back in the bag. And yeah, so I started down here. So I had to redo a little part here, and then I started on that. I think I've got my camera the wrong way because it doesn't usually hurt my arms to actually show you what I've stitched on. And that's on 32 count country mocha. I think that bip's my dishwasher. Oh, I thought I'd pull out an oldie and work on it. And I worked on it for a couple of days. But lately, normally, you know, dinner's done, whatever, you sit down, you start to stitch. I used to stitch, you know, from, I don't know, any time from 7:30 to like 11:30 at night, and I just stitch. Now I start to stitch and I put it down and then I just like, anyway, I'm not doing as much stitching as I normally do. This one is, what's it called? I don't have a picture because it's from the Punch Needle Primitive magazine. It's Winter Cardinal Etching, and I think it's by Hand in Heart. So I did a lot of that. I finished the bird. I think I'd only done a little bit down here. So I finished the bird and I started on the trees. And I really like this one. And it's a companion piece to spring etching, spring something etching that I did. So they'll be nice when they're finished. And they're just on 28 Monaco, I think. Yep, that I tea and coffee dyed. Oh, this one's a nice one. Again, I'll see if I've got my picture. Come this way, please. Thank you. Winter Rose Manor. And I started this with Chrissy Stitches for our birthday sale. I'm late October, she's early November, so we started in between. And I must admit, Chrissy's not on Flosstube, but she's on Instagram, and she's a long way ahead of me. Oh, you can hear that screaming in the background. My son's on Xbox Live with his friends, and obviously he's screaming like a girl. And that's all I've done. I've done the border. I'm starting to fill in the little diamonds down the bottom here. And that's all I'm up to. And I do like this one, but as I said, life's just been quite hectic. And I used to always do like a rotation, or I'd pick 5 or 10 and I'd leave them in my basket, and it sits on the lounge next to me, and I'd just go through those. But I haven't even done that. So I have been a bit slack. This is on, I think it's Brenda's Brew. Yep, a 36 count. And it's 1/2 with the call for weeks. Oh no, it's assorted weeks and gentle arts. So slack. I haven't even done a, oh, can you hear him screaming? I haven't even done a, put in a project bag. I started so quickly. But in my stash, I'll show you what I'm going to do with my project bags. Okay, pulled out this one and I did it for a couple of nights. Again, it was a bit slow, but it's Real Comfort by Modern Folk Embroidery, and I really like that. I think I watched Pride and Prejudice when I was stitching that, and I was stuck on the top for a while, but I've made some progress. I finished the bird, and I've done a little bit of the leaf border. And that's just on a 32 count natural permanent linen with silky threads, barely black. Yeah. So I've done that one. Oh, that's right, because I did this for Black November, and I started this other one for Black November, and everybody's stitching this one. This is Nessie Mitchell by Mama Loves You GB. And that's that one. And I thought, yes, Black November, one thread, just go. And this is all I managed to do. Bit of a slacker. And I know Beverly Sharp, she started, I think, the day I did too. I think it's Beverly7 Sharp on Instagram. And hi Beverly, and yeah, she's finished hers. So that one will just have to go back in there. But it is lovely, and you know, sometimes it's nice just to do one colour so you're not constantly changing. What's this one? Oh, that's a new start. I'll show you that one in a sec. And my Fridays, been doing for a year. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'm up to number 2, which I have been up to number 2 for the past 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 floss tubes. But in my defence, this second tree, I don't know. I must have been drinking, but I don't drink. But I don't know, just not counting properly. I've unpicked that tree, this one here, twice, and now I'm correct. Down here I was out by one and I just couldn't do it. I had to fix it because the little spider goes on the border. So I fixed up the tombstone. So last week I did a lot of unpicking, and this Friday, yesterday, I did a bit of stitching, but I just want this one finished so I can move on to number 3. So we'll see how we go. And I only stitch it on a Friday. It's the only one I remember to pull out. Oops, it's Friday, Hawk Run Hollow. And we were supposed to stitch with Pam from the Land of Good Enough, Sarah from Memphis, Sarah E. Oh, sorry, Sarah, I forget what it is. But it got cancelled this month. And normally, for me, it's on a Friday morning, the Zoom, so I can actually stitch with them for a couple of hours. But fortunately, it was cancelled this month. So hopefully next month, see you on the 13th. Okay, new start. Forgot I had a new start. Did I have this on the iPad? No, where is it? Don't you just hate that? I had it all prepared. So, there you go. Oh, good on you, Zach. I can hear you. Started this with Miss Chrissy and Jen stitching, and it's called And to All a Good Night. And that's stitching with the housewives. I'm stitching mine, I think, on a... Oh, I'm actually stitching it on 28 Cashel linen, fibre on a whim, called Night Sky. And we only started last Monday, or maybe we started on the 1st, and I've only finished the first word, which is night. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So I think the other girls aren't very far along either, so we didn't do it so we'd start, finish this year anyway. Whoever starts anything to finish the same year. Not anyone I know. Okay, so the rest is Frog Cottage, and these designs won't be released till February, March next year, so I'm trying just to not get them out the way, but get the designs done so early next year I can look after my stitching and just catch up on my whips and just enjoy the stitching with everybody else. So this is one called Noel, and that's just on 28 linen, and I'm not sure what that's called, but that's just got Noel on it. And that will be made in a cushion to go with, along the lines of with my Merry Christmas one. Yeah. So. Oh, now this one I designed in April, started to stitch, and then I changed it. I had him he was my number 12 for the Needlework Expo, and I just didn't get it done. And then I just ran out of time to release him this Christmas. So he'll have to be next Christmas now. But this is, I'm just calling it Koala Christmas at the moment. So that's got the little galah and the little koala. So that'll be next year. Hold on a minute, I'll just have to tell my son to stop screaming and yelling. Oh, there you go, he's been told. Okay, this one, I think I showed a bit last Flosstube. Sorry, the needle's just, I just stuck it in. And this one's called, at the moment it's just Thankful. And this border, which side's the border finish there, that will be repeated on the bottom. So I'm not sure, I do have a frame about that size, so I'm not sure if I'm going to frame it or whatever, but that's where I'm up to. This one was a little one, but bear with me a sec, because when I do it, I use Good Notes on my iPad, and I usually just take a pic of what I'm doing. So I'll just show you quickly what it's going to look like. You can see. Whoop. There you go. So cute little carrots, and that's all I've done so far. So that'll come out maybe around Easter or something, I'm not sure. So, oh, is that it? Yep, that's all I've been sewing lately. So, yeah. I have been trying to work on these more than the others so I can have some free time. Oh, here's my carrot patch. I could have just showed you this. Excuse me. Oh, another one. Hasn't got time for a project bag. Actually, this one should be in with those. This is my other one I'm working on. Okay, and this is my little crow sampler, and I'm just doing the alphabet around it at the moment. So that's another Frog Cottage one. And I think that's on 32 count country marker as well. I'll put that in there so I don't get lost. And that's about all my stitching. So now we can get into my haul. So let's just dump this for a sec and bring over my haul. Oh, I'll show you my haul first, and then I'll show you my 3-tier tray. So I've been watching Elizabeth Can Stitch. Who else was doing it? Somebody else. Oh, look, wrong way. That's for my granddaughter, Miss Lily. I'm going to leave that out for this weekend. We're having our big family thing this weekend. We've rented a 2-story old farmhouse on the other side of Bathurst. It's got 5 bedrooms, and we're all going there Friday to Sunday. So that's for myself, my family, immediate family here. My daughter, granddaughter is coming. My brother and his girls. My mum, my stepdad. Oh, and my other daughter's coming too. So Maddie, she's the one that's arranged it all. So we're all doing that. So that's exciting. And the brother's a chef. So when I rang up to discuss, you know, what we'll do for meals, he said, I'll do all the lunches and all the dinners. I said, excellent. So I'm only doing breakfast, snacks, and desserts. So, oh, here we are. This is what I was looking for. Oh, maybe this too. Okay, so I did, as I said, I was watching Elizabeth Can Stitch. A couple of other ladies have been doing the Charm Pack project bags. So I've got 1,000 of these, but I wanted the latest Primitive Gathering because I like the reds and the blues. Oh, and all the fluff that goes. Oh, terrible. That's the fabric. And I got an essential Halloween one. So I like all the black, and so I thought I might make some bags there. So, and I bought this soft and stable. I haven't found anything in Australia. This feels like rubbery actually. But yes, so I'm going to have a go. I usually made my own project bags, but then my projects outgrew the project bags. I didn't have enough. And I found those zippy bags on Amazon, and it was so easy just to buy 20 of those rather than to stitch 20. But I'm going to be a good girl and get back to making my project bags. So I got 3 of those to do that. I got some charm squares because I like the charm square ones they do. Normally with mine I have the vinyl at the front, but now I'll do the patchwork. So I'm going to do that. Got one of Fat Quarters Cross Stitch University t-shirts. It is summer here, and these are 3/4 sleeves, but gotta have it. I also, which I haven't seen here in Australia, but then, you know, my nearest cross-stitch store is about 4 or 5 hours away. So I bought the Weeks Dye Works. I got, what's it? Lancaster Red, which is my favourite. And then I've got a garnet for a little bit. They look the same. Oh, I showed you the navy, and I got a putty, and then the pumpkin one. So I thought I'd try them out and see what they're like. So I got some of those. Now, I call myself a cross stitcher now, and I used to be a quilter, more at English paper piecing, where you cut out the shapes, you glue them on the cardboard, and you whip stitch. So I want to get back into some of those. I've got some beautiful quilts half done that I haven't done. So I bought some refills, because when I went to use my glue stick, it was rock hard. So there's that. I bought myself a new glue pen. And when I cut the EPP, like the fabric on the templates, I always use the smaller. So I bought some rotary blades, a big one. Now that, what's her name? Oh, you know, the needle lady, Pam, somebody. Pat Carson, that's it. I used to buy her needles and heard they're going out, so I've gone back to Bowen. Bowen was what I used before, and so I can distinguish the two, I bought another little magnetic case for my needles. What's this one? Venetian stone, some linen I bought. Chrissy had this Laurie Holtz vintage cloth pebble, and I really like the colour, so I bought some of that. Oh, more blades, silly girl. More glue. And I don't know if this was a freebie or I bought it. So, it's, is it Ada? 16 count. Oh, must be Ada. It's all in Japanese. So maybe I put it in. Oh, I don't know. So that's in my box too. So that's what I bought. That's my haul. Other than my gentle art threads I get from A Stitch About Time in Hobart, which I've already put away. Normally I keep them out for the colour. Yeah, so that's, oh no, I have 2 more things over here that I bought from Fat Quarter. I bought, I love ticking, and Stitching with the Housewives now have ticking. Now, I used to buy ticking when I was doing all my quilting, when I used to, I liked all the primitive fabrics. So I bought some of that. And I bought some backing fabric. I don't know what it is, but I bought some backing fabric because I finished my 9 patch quilt. Years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, a group of us quilty girls, we had a 9 patch swap. So every month, I think we did 10 or 12, I can't remember how many, but we did so many 9 patches. I think it was 14, maybe it was 12 or 14, and then we sent them away every month. And that at the end of, I think 10 months or something, they all got sent back, but it was all different. So I've patched mine all together. Finally, I had the sashing, everything. I was all just sitting there. When I cleaned out my sewing room, I thought, oh, what you got to do is sew that up. I think it took 2 days, over 2 days, and I've sewed it up. So it's huge. It's lovely. That's my borders. So, yeah, so I will send that away to be quilted because I don't have time or the energy to quilt it. So, yeah, so I really enjoyed that. And that's why I thought, girl, you got to get back into your quilting as well. It's still the same repetitive stuff. The English paper piecing, which I love. I love making the quilts by hand, but this was a machine one. So that's all I've got there. Now let's look at my tiered tray. my poor little tier tray, I finally put it together. I showed it to you, I hope that's not going to scratch the table, last time. Ooh, let's just move you back a bit. Oh, yeah, so what I've done is I bought a set from Amazon, and I think there's another one somewhere from, yeah, I think it's over there, a little art. Whoop. I've bought little lighted Christmas trees, which the little lights have fallen off. And I forgot to get batteries. These are from Kmart, all these little things. A nice little gingerbread house. And everybody has a gnome on there, so I had to get a gnome. My lovely friend Miss Chrissy bought me a little house, and no trays complete with our little lantern. So what I need to get in here, which I haven't done, is I need some greenery or something, and I just put one of my little Marys. I think that's Santa's little sheep in there. So once I get some greenery in that, and yeah, so I've done my little tea tray. So now I'm starting to feel a little bit more Christmassy, because this is the only Christmas thing I've got in the house so far. Other than that, you can just see here, Santa. I just took him from the top and put him down the bottom the other day. So, but hopefully tomorrow we'll pull out our Christmas tree and get it all festive. So that's it from me. I think that's all. So thank you for staying with me. If you like what you see, do the like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be back. What's this week? Oh, can you hear him? He's still yelling. Can you imagine being on the other end of that, you know? I don't know what they're playing. It's a shoot 'em game, but he squeals like a girl. Anyway, what was I saying? Goodbye, I think. I think that's it. So hopefully I'll see you again before Christmas. Yeah, I'd like to get in and just say goodbye. So, and do have spread some Christmas cheer. So I'll say goodbye for now. See you later, Flosstube. Bye.